He just got his shots today, as you can see. Calvin got one too. There's Calvin, big brother back there. So yeah, today we are here for our 6-month baby update, and yeah, we just went to the doctor. We literally just got back from the doctor visit. 18 pounds, 5.2 ounces, which is the 65th percentile, which is pretty normal, especially compared to big brother Calvin. He was always like 80th, 90th percentile. Eren is tall though. He's 28 inches tall, which is the 94th, which is like, what? And his head is 43.2 centimeters, which is only 43rd percentile, which is a pretty average sized head, which was what Calvin always had. So he's a tall boy, but he's not big. He's doesn't have a big head. He's just really tall.
Really tall.
Yeah, come over here.
Yeah.
So I've got all my notes here on my phone. Eren's super good at grabbing stuff. He's definitely like very precise. Like he's pretty good about getting what he's actually like reaching for, which is pretty cool. He is starting to get distracted while nursing, and what was the other thing that had to do with that? He likes to watch Calvin, and he's been grabbing his ear the last week or two, like while he's nursing. He'll just like, it's usually his left ear? It's usually his left ear. He'll just like yank the crap out of this thing while he's nursing when he's really tired, which I think is kind of cute, but it's also like, he like really yanks on it. I'm like, dude, how can that feel good? But that's just kind of an interesting, cute little quirk of his. You may notice on him he's got 1,000 bug bites because he's always going outside with the grandmas, and apparently the mosquitoes like really like him. He has been napping in his own room lately, and he's doing pretty good at it. It took a little while to kind of get used to it, but so far so good. At the beginning he would only take like maybe 20-30 minute naps. I don't know if he just wasn't really comfortable in there. Usually before we started putting him in his own crib for nap time, we would just put him in the swing downstairs and just let the swing put him to sleep, which was super easy, but we know he's got to grow up and get out of the swing, right? So, hey, what are you doing? So anyway, he's been sleeping in his own room officially for nap time and bedtime. He's been in his room for bedtime for a long time now. Let's see. He's definitely been cruising in the walker on the hardwood. It's too hard for him to push on the carpet. But he's working really hard at crawling. He's actually like getting up on all fours, which I really don't think Calvin ever did. I think Calvin just went straight to like army crawling. But Eren's like really getting up and, you know, like wiggling back and forth and like really wanting to, like, he looks like he's like about like a cat, like he's like gonna pounce on things. So he's been really trying hard to get up and moving as far as crawling is concerned. So I think, I've been saying it for like a month now, but I think any day now he's gonna finally make the little, you know, the couple little steps, couple little crawling motions. Any day now he's actually gonna start moving along. Sometimes he can kind of like push himself forward, but I wouldn't really call it crawling just yet. Oh, he totally doesn't like being alone. I think I've mentioned that before. Like anytime you leave the room for like 1 whole second, he's like end of the world. He doesn't like it when Calvin leaves. You know, if he's not by someone else, he gets really sad about it. He just loves being around people. He cannot be happy by himself. He gets lonely very easily, I guess. He has been eating baby food. That's one of the new things. I wanted to wait until 6 months for him, but we started it a couple weeks ago. So a couple weeks early, we started giving him some baby food. He's had stuff like carrots, applesauce. What else have you eaten? Peaches. I think peaches was his first food. So that's exciting. Some yummy stuff. Been eating some yummy stuff. I've also given him like little tiny bites of, like we had pancakes last night. I gave him a couple little squishings of pancake, and then like just, you know, teeny tiny thing, and he just kind of like mush it around, and then it eventually like falls out of his mouth. And I gave him a couple little lentils the other night. We were having lasagna, and I gave him a couple lentils, and he just kind of mushed those around until they fell out. That's totally not a word. Not proper English. But yeah, so it's exciting. Baby food is just kind of an exciting time in general. I did want to wait until 6 months, but he just started, like, he'll sit with us at dinner time, and he just started like really getting into what we were eating and like watching us really closely and like really interested in what we were eating. So I was like, okay, I guess we'll just give it a go. I started baby food with Calvin at 4 months, and I regretted that. I've always regretted that. I thought it was way too early for him, and so I'm glad that we made it a little bit further this time along with little Eren. Oh, he does randomly sleep through the night at this point. Maybe once or twice a week or so he will sleep all the way through the night from like 7 p.m. to 5 a.m., which is a pretty long time for a baby, you know. Sometimes he wakes up at like 3 or 4. Lately, like last night he woke up at 2, which was super crappy. But he's normally not like that. He's normally pretty close to 5 o'clock, like 3, 4, or 5 o'clock in the morning. He is kind of getting on a sleep schedule as far as naps are concerned, like one big morning nap and then kind of a crappy afternoon nap. He hates afternoon naps, but you can tell he really needs one because he just gets really, really tired and irritable and just a mess in the afternoons. So yeah, he's pretty good about his morning naps, definitely. Sometimes he even takes 2 morning naps if they're not that long, you know, but his afternoon naps, he's like he doesn't like those. So that's it for little Mr. Eren. I do want to talk a little bit about postpartum stuff about myself. I've mentioned the hair falling out thing, still falling out, and the little tiny baby hairs are starting to come back, and they are freaking annoying. They are like always stabbing me in the eye, or like I can feel them on my face and I just can't figure out where they're coming from and just trying to get rid of them. They drive me insane. It's insane. I didn't have that after Calvin, but this time around, okay, come sit up here. This time around with Eren, it's like insane. You wanna go put those in your room? In your laundry basket? Thank you, baby. You're the best. I have made it back to my pre-pregnancy weight. I'm actually technically 1 pound less than my pre-pregnancy with Eren weight. I was 140 when I found out I was pregnant with Eren, and I'm 139, and I've been at 139 for 3 weeks now. Previously, I was losing at least half a pound a week very consistently, like super easily. Like, it was going so good until I hit the 140, 139 mark, and now I've been stuck at 139 for 3 weeks now, and I know I shouldn't be complaining. I know it's not that bad, but it just makes me mad because things were going so well up until this point, and it's the same point that I was with Calvin. After I got to like 140 with Calvin, it was so hard to lose any more weight. And so I feel like we're in the same stupid boat this time around with Eren. And lastly about me, I know it's kind of TMI, I keep feeling like my period is gonna come. Like I keep feeling really crampy and like moody and like off, like mostly like crampy. Like I just feel like my period could be here at any moment and it keeps not being here. Like I'll just feel that way for a couple days and then it'll go away for a couple days and then I'll feel like that for a couple days. So that's really weird. My period didn't come back until 9 months with Calvin, and I know it's different. I've heard a lot of people say it's different for every pregnancy, so who knows how long it'll be with Mr. Eren. I just thought I would kind of mention that. It's just been weird. It's just been a really weird, like I totally feel like it's coming and it's still not here. So that's it for our little update. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please let me know if there are any other video suggestions you guys would like to see down below, and we will talk to you next time.